So I was telling you last week that Power BI um, is a Microsoft product. It upgrade the system every month, every quarter. So sometimes something that you see here easily may not be here. They may change the position. Don't panic. That's why you don't have to memorize where things are. You just need to look for them and you do it. This dashboard that we have here is something you can do within an hour or less. And now, after finishing this, the part that take more time is the DAX and how to connect this table together. Because if you don't connect them, there's a lot of analysis. You can see that this one we just pull up stuff and just drag and manipulate the tables, the columns, and get a result according to what the client will ask and do some aesthetic work here to look nice. Okay, but there's more onto it that we're not going to touch today. Um, okay, now I want someone to show me his work and we're going to give feedback, criticize it, and give feedback and see how you can improve it.
That was mine that I showed. Can I show it again?
Sure.
I think.
Okay. Mr. GT and Mr. Joseph, here is as a data analyst, uh, a lead or as a stakeholder, Mr. Fabrice came to you and handle you this and say, this is the work that I've done, what I came up with for data set you gave me. Give them feedback. Give him feedback. One after another.
One thing that I would say is like, can I go ahead?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
I mean, he did a good job, but one thing that I would say is like, how can I say? I like how it builds on the business in the STEM area. I like that kind of like color. But when I look at the wording at the bottom, if you look at the graph, where there's average of starting median and some median career at the bottom there. Yeah, the way I think there's a
Your line is breaking up. I can't hear you well.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Uh-huh. Try again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I would say when I look at the bottom of your three graphs, 1, 2, 3, 4 graphs,
Okay.
when I read the bold letters at the bottom, right? Average of mid-career, 10th percentile salary.
Yeah.
Then I read at the bottom again, it says average of mid-career, 10th percentile salary. So it's like more like a repetition of the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if
Uh,
it's
which one? Can you say it again, please, sir?
when I look at the graph, the
Mm-hmm.
the graph where there is the bar graph, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is written bold letters, the one at the bottom, like
Mm-hmm.
average of mid-career, 10% of salary.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the small letters at the bottom,
Yeah.
there is the same thing. So it's more like a repetition of the same thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it can be polished. I think maybe maybe you can take one and take one out. I don't know. That's what you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you keep on going, you realize average of 90% of salary, it repeat again at the second.
You're talking about like this one right here, like
Yes,
in
you
this
like.
thing.
I will leave one, two. It's kind of like, how can I say? It's too much repetition of the same thing. So it's kind of like confusing for me. So if you
Mhm.
take one line and you leave one line, there will be more clarity for me when I'm looking at that graph. Does it make sense?
Yes. Thank you so much for that. It's a
Mhm.
good remark that you did. Very good one. So, Mr. France, Mr. Fabrice is saying
Yeah.
remove the first one because it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, he his place is no more there once the color bullet explain more the graph than the title. So we don't need the title anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, so all you have to do, make the legend, make it a bold, and remove the title. That's it. Okay, very good remark. Thank you. Any other remark?
Okay, so now how to remove this one? How to
Okay,
remove?
once you click on it, you remember anytime you want to work on the graph, the content,
Uh-huh.
format,
Yeah.
you go to format and the visualization, go to format.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, the second one.
The second one?
No, the other one that key follow. No, go back up. Go back to where you just live. Okay, come down a little bit. Okay, the next one. Go to your right. Yeah, the format. Okay,
Uh,
now you look for the tit- title. Hold on.
data label,
Go. No, go back to general. Let's see.
general, okay, visual, general title.
Okay, meet the title. Yeah.
Okay, so if I do this,
Mm-hmm.
so which one do you want me to remove?
Yeah, you already remove it as soon as you make it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Now the legend, you have to make the legend um bold so that we can read it. It can be readable, and then
Okay.
the font should be larger than that.
So background from uh so you want me to make this one bold?
Yeah.
It will be padding, no. Title, we made it off, effect, transparent border, shadow. Data format.
Okay. Go back to visual. Mhm. Okay. Is the legend? Open the legend. Up.
Oh, legend, okay.
I think if I have
Text,
text. Okay. Okay. Bold. And come to the font. Change the font. The font. Okay. Change it to okay. Good. And make a size larger than that, bigger than that.
okay. The size,
Mm-hmm. Can make it 10. Let's see. Okay. Yes, it's now readable. Mr. Joseph, is it good for you now?
I mean, that area is better, but obvious.
Oh,
Obvious on the background. I like how he did it with the business. If you look at the business and STEM, how he did it at the top far right, far left corner. I like how he put the color there. You know,
okay.
say that
What
again?
I like how you put the color. If you look at the business STEM and has right and
Yeah.
left, I like how that's more. How can I? To me, that's very presentable. So I wish you could have done the same thing with the accounting, agriculture, and biology. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, like this one? Yeah.
I don't know
Okay.
what color you blend with, but that to me it looks very, you know what I mean? It looks
Mm-hmm.
presentable to me. It's very like wow, you know. It will get my attention.
Mm, now what is happening? Oh boy. Let me see. Okay, so the same color I apply here, you want me to apply them here too?
Yeah, I would say as you play with your colors, right? I like the way you blend it. It's
Mhm.
nice. It's nice. It's professional. And the way you put the background. I don't know the background. You put the gray background. I like that. So I was
Oh, the gray background. Okay.
yeah. And I would be asking a question like, why would you not do it on the other? You know what I mean? On this other
Yeah.
side. And
Mhm.
one thing that I will remove is like, I don't know. I don't think the title for the undergraduate major is important. I don't know. I don't think it's necessary because when I look at that. Maybe for me, I can say, okay, accounting, agriculture, architecture. So if you can blend the color there, the background and the color for the, I don't know how you're going to put the colors, but I would like that. That would be nice.
Okay. So, like in undergrad majors,
Yeah, all those boxes.
all
Blend.
those boxes.
Yeah, I think there's a way you can tweak it and play with the colors, and you put
Okay.
background color.
So
I
make
think,
it the same thing as this one.
yeah, you can try that and see how it works. But I like the way you did it in that left corner. I think this is nice.
Okay. Now when I do this one, how to
Okay, you click on it, right? You have to go back to formatting to format. You want to change the color, right?
mm-hmm.
Yes. Anytime you want to change anything, remember here,
Okay.
back to
You click
format.
on it.
Okay, that one we come back to it later on. But
Okay.
you want to remove, you want to change the color, right? The
Mm-hmm.
background color, so you can make. Anytime you want to change any color, anything content,
Mm-hmm.
you select it like you select it, and you go
Mm.
back to format. It's on the
So
format. Now you don't have to do it one by one.
okay. Yes. So now how to do it all of them together.
Yes.
Because the first one,
Okay. You have to remember one thing there. Any change you want to make in the content,
mm-hmm.
select it. You come back to the format. Is in the during within the format you can make the change. Okay,
Okay.
good. So now once you are in the format section now, ask
Mm-hmm.
yourself, what do you want to change? You want to change
Mm-hmm.
the color, right? The
Yeah.
color of what? The color of the graph, right? Okay.
Mhm.
Now, go to look for. We have slicer setting, slicer header, slicer value. Okay. Start with the first one first.
Mm-hmm.
Slicer setting. Okay.
Okay.
What do you have here? You have
Style.
okay. Click on the selection. Let's see. Then the next one down. Okay. Selection. Okay. That's not what we want. Don't so close it. And now go to selection. Okay, come down and see if
Border background. Okay.
yes. Okay, no, I don't think we want the background. Yeah, change it and see. Use your and change it and see if it's gonna affect because any click you make you can. Okay, see
You
that
see
it affects only the title.
yeah the title. Yeah.
Meanwhile, we don't even want that title there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go out of this quick because that's not what you want.
Yeah. So should I remove
Yeah, bring it blank. Okay.
blank? So it'll be white.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now close it. Okay. Close that one too. The next one that you have is the only one that remain is value. So go to the value to see down.
Okay.
Down.
Value.
Yeah. I'll show you how you can exploit. Okay. Background. Go to the background and change to see which one is gonna affect. Okay. Go.
Uh,
You see how you navigate yourself?
mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. But now you see that the color, the background color you change
Not this. Yeah.
has affected the the font.
Mm. Yeah.
This
Affected the font.
yes. So trying to play with the font to see if the font can show, like using something bold. Okay.
Mm.
Mostly avoid using this kind of colors.
Colors. Too bright.
Too bright.
So blue.
Yeah. And also one question, one thing, one tips, always ask the client what color did they want, did they like, because each company with his their their set of color that they like.
Mm-hmm.
People who deal with the police, army, blood stuff, they don't like red color.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, so you have to ask them.
This is not okay. I probably, oh no, no, this is not good. No. So, so which color do you think I should go with?
Um, Now you can leave it like
Mm,
this color like this,
Mm-hmm.
but change the font of con- the the, the
The font.
yes, yes, make it bold and
Okay.
change that font also. The font, go to the font.
Yeah.
Yeah, change that one too. And okay. Now make
So
the
the color, let me
yes,
put
make it
black.
black. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you see that is more appealing is
Yeah.
the background. You can see the difference between the background and the writing.
Mm,
So when you make it darker, it
Mm-hmm.
come it shows you can read it than the, but when it's similar, the two colors are close, the background trying to absorb your writing. So people who don't have good eyes, it's hard for them to read it at sight. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now going through this, what is Mr. Joseph before I pass it to
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Yeah, what is you what is that all?
There's a lot. I feel like there's a lot he can tweak around and play around with.
Okay, but so for the moment you want to give us break, someone else to come in, right?
That's right.
Okay, good. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. Mr. DT. Hello, Mr. DT.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
Yeah. Anything you want him to fix on this? Anything you see that he can improve, he can change, he should remove, or to make the things better for him, presentable?
I think it's good. The only thing I would say is maybe the formatting of the digits so that it like for the ones that are purely like 1 million or in the millions to just be in the millions. So it's a lot easier to on face value see what it is.
Okay, good. Thank you so much, sir. Okay,
So
Mr. Francis, Mr. Fabrice,
yes.
you see when you have undergraduate major, I want you to remove the title there because the undergraduate major has no place there anymore. The top one.
The top one here.
Mm-hmm. Where
Oh,
you okay? Yeah, try
okay.
to
This one, remove this.
yeah remove it.
Okay, this one was in it was in where did we see this? Is it text? Yes.
Yeah.
So if I do this, now to remove this one.
Okay,
Yep.
good. You're done. Now the second thing I can tell you, you see business stem and hash. Make
Mm-hmm.
make their background same as uh, the major background, so we can be uniform. And number two, as Mr. DT say, make sure that all the font are uh, uniform. It's like you see the average of starting median salary by group, for instance. Um, you have to change their x axis here, the 60K, 40K, 20K. Make them bold so we can read them because the font that we have here is absorbed by the background. The background and the font are look like the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's not
Okay.
all. And also this one we work on it together. The distance between the graphs should be constant to make sure. So, and I'll show you how we can put the borders around it. Um, right now, you
Mhm.
can start looking for the way to put the borders so that we can have a uniform graph well presented.
So this one, I selected the bold. Is it value?
Um,
X,
yeah, X. Go to the X.
X.
Value.
Okay, title. Is it no? It's not title. Layout. Is it general? Title, no. Background.
Click on the title.
Click on
Click where's the title?
title.
Hmm.
Average. Average of.
No. That's not it.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Go back. Go to visual.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you click on it. Click on
X.
value.
Oh,
Value.
this is why. This is why. Photo.
We want to change the Y and click on value.
Value.
Mhm.
Okay. So title.
Click on value again. Let me see.
Yeah. Value.
Take it off. Let me see. Click
Mhm.
off it.
Off.
Let me see something. Okay,
Okay.
click again. Okay, click on it again. On. Okay, now it's here. You see the way you look for it. Now you can see that the Sego, the font, change the font. Okay,
Okay. To bold.
okay. Now the color, change the color to black.
Okay. 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 I see. Yeah.
Okay, you see, do the same
Mhm.
for X also. And
For X. I mean for this is Y. So then I'm going back to X. Okay.
now try now
X.
to see how you
We did
can.
this. Okay. So
Yeah,
we went to value.
yeah. You okay?
Bold.
Color. Now I'm gonna give it time so someone else can present. So
Can share. Okay. So and
yeah,
then I'm gonna work on this. Okay. So
yeah.
let me start sharing.
Behind the scene, you're gonna work on it,
Yeah.
and you're gonna come back again
Okay. Thank
and
you.
present the final work why someone is presenting. And
Okay.
remember that you have to watch what they are doing and criticize this also.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, who want to be next?
I'll share.
Okay.
So, this man. Let me start with this. So, I'm glad when you're correcting Fabrice when you talk about the bright colors, but this is what I did. But I had a couple that I was just playing around, so I did like a couple. This one, I was just playing around with all of them, but this is the one that I want to present.
Okay. Mr. DT first. Mr. DT.
Yes,
Hello.
I'm here.
Yeah. What do you see about this? Just criticize it.
I think that the color scheme's a little jarring,
Mm-hmm.
with the yellow and the blue. I feel like it's like a little visually like hard to process with the especially with the font in the background.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
thank you.
Mr. Fabrice.
Um. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Like the first part. Okay.
Yeah.
The first part, the top one. Uh, what I can say is like the background
Mm-hmm.
of the top left corner is different from if both of them can have the same background, like overall. So
Okay.
at least I think that would be a great,
Okay.
that would be a great, blend. Because that is like too much break,
Okay.
like where you have business, art, and STEM. I
Mhm.
want that color to be the same thing as this one, as the
Okay.
accounting, and then have the background as blue. Either choose one to be background all over, so
Okay.
you have the same background, when it comes to those two on top.
All
I
right.
like the background, the blue background in the middle section. You know,
Okay.
me, what I was trying to do is like have the same background for all of them.
All of them. Okay.
See,
Okay.
instead of changing backgrounds, so at least to me, it will be like well, uh, blended. You blend well with just one background. That's why I was trying to make it here. So I'm still gonna try to have like either select one background color for all of them, all my background.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can see. If not, everything else is great. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
all your fonts and everything, he aligns pretty well.
Thank you so much, Mr. Francis, Mr. Fabrics.
Mm.
Okay, good. All of you have the good, and the same thing I have for him also. One thing I can tell you: avoid always a red text. Don't
Okay.
write text because
Okay, red text. Okay, like I'm gonna change mine here too. Okay.
yeah, when you leave your text content
Okay.
a red is difficult to read with other colors.
That's true.
So number one, number two,
Mhm.
use I know you use only two colors for the background, which is
Okay.
not bad, but at the same time, like Mr. France, probably said, uh,
Mhm.
the one at the left, the business system and hash,
Yeah.
let it be conform with the other one, and you can see that it will be readable.
Okay.
And yeah, and change the font and to
Okay.
make it bold and black and see how
Okay.
it look like, and you can tell. Yeah,
Okay.
otherwise you respected all the um what do you call it, graph lines so far, apart from one or two things that we're gonna work on together.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
um
my quick question on that one. Let's say if I put my background blue, right? I have the first one, the second line, and the third line. If I put the third line blue as the background color, would that not affect the graph as well? Or I just have to leave it like that? Just try to get like some insights.
um you're talking about which one, the last one?
Yeah, the last one at the bottom. If I put blue as the background, I leave it like
Yeah, try it and see how it look like,
okay.
and you make your judgment.
All right,
And
sound
yeah, you see how it look like, and then you see if you like it. If it doesn't appear well,
okay.
you can change it anytime.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, okay, Mr. DT.
All right, let me share my screen.
Okay, okay, Mr. DT come with uh different style,
Yeah,
which
this is this.
is good. It means that you spend time on this.
Yeah.
Great job. Um, Now, Mr. Joseph, the floor is hot.
Well, I think this is nice. I like how we kind of like do it differently. I think the thing that I would change is like the titles. I'll remove the titles, like the group,
Hmm.
undergraduate, major, and the average of mid-career mid sales. I think I'll remove all those three and see how it looks. But the other thing is like my last one. I think like I don't know how he can tweak the three mid graph one, the one with average of starting median salary by group to make those those font kind of like same size, or maybe adjust it, move the, because if I look at the first one, right, average of salary, median salary by group, then some of mid-career median salary by group. And I look at the last two at the end, they're kind of like the same, but the first are the same. So I'll try to make it uniformity. But
Okay.
I like the idea that you did it differently and unique. I like that. Those are the things that I would change.
Thank you. I actually another thing too, I have a second page where I tried to like run an analysis on the like just an idea I had.
Nice.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
So just go back to the first one, finish with the first one, and then we come here. Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Fabrice.
Yes. From a very first um, point of view, I think this is well done. Um, the only thing I can say here is that where you have some of all mid-career 19th percentile salary by group, I see that is different from the first three. Why? I think you have a I don't know if it's because you selected that he has this white thing behind it, but if not, the other one they blend very well, but this one is kind of outstanding. I don't know if it's because you selected it that is doing it. Is doing that.
No, I see what you mean. Yeah,
You see?
yeah.
So if you can remove the white background, I mean thing, to me that's just fine.
Thank you.
This looks good to me.
Okay. Mr. DT. That's what I wanted to see. Explore. Come up with something different than what I'm presenting, because you can do many of stuff when it comes to the aesthetics and stuff. Uh, like both have said, you can remove the title and see how it look like. You can keep it because the way you have the design, your design, you can remove them. You can keep them. For the average of starting median salary by group, the first graph after this, I would love it to reduce the size so that the title can be on one line instead of breaking.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, then it will be easily read. We can read it easily, and also the way you present the graph here is good, but it will look better if you put borders on all of them. That's what Mr. Fabrice was trying to say. On the you see
Right.
the last one, it looked like you have a borders there, which
Yeah.
is to look nice. You can see that it's separated from others. If you can do the same thing for all of them, there's a lot of
Yeah.
you can put fancy one that you can put at any time.
Mhm.
Yeah. Apart from
So to do that, would I like
you
what
come to
maybe?
junior one and come to properties, keep properties. Let me see what they have there. Position. Go back again. The borders are on it somewhere. I was working it last.
Maybe effects? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Turn on. The borders for all of them, and you can play with it, and you can have beautiful borders like you have it for the undergrad or this. You can play with the borders anyway you want. And
Okay.
yes, and you see for all of them, change it, reduce the title size to make it one line. It should all the titles should be on one line by reducing that. That's it. Now, what I want you to do, you can leave it like this for the moment. Once we are
Okay.
of yours, I want you to take me as your stakeholder, and I give you the project to the data set. Now I want you to explain, to walk me through your data set now, your dashboard.
Okay. So I wanted to do, one second, let me, sorry. How do I get it back to just being the full data set instead of just a selection?
Um,
I think I clicked on something else and made
yeah,
it do this.
you click on something, but refresh, go up, step left, two-step left.
Sorry, there's the sharing thing in the way. Let me just move that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. No, go left, continue. Okay, down. No. Come, continue,
Oh,
continue.
yes.
Okay, refresh and let me see. It did not. Hold on a second. Let's see.
Okay, perfect.
It didn't come, right?
So I know this is something I was actually encountering when I was working on it, and I wanted to ask a question because sometimes when I click on something like the groups here, the group slicers, they go away.
Yes. That is, I'm seeing it, but I don't know how. You see, when it comes down to, okay, you see the hash.
Yes.
Behind the hash, we have 3 point there. Those are the things that maybe you click something. We use them to navigate through this thing. I think when you are working, you click on one of them unknowingly, and that's what is affecting this thing. But it shouldn't be any problem. No, that one. Okay, move that one. Move it. Move the hash. Move it.
Okay.
The left or right, and let me see. No, move it. Okay. It's not moved.
Uh,
I see.
you mean like this? Like move this?
No, not this one. The hash. Go back to the hash again.
Okay.
Okay, click on it. Hold it and move it to the left side. Okay. Okay. No, move it to the left side again.
I can't move it any further left.
Okay. No.
Usually for me, when that happens, it used to happen on mine as well. I'll click the return button at the far left. Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
I know what's going on here. Okay.
Oh,
When is
there
like
we go.
this? Good. Good.
So I just clicked on something else and then click back.
Yeah.
Oh,
What we're gonna do? I'll show you how you can lock them.
okay.
I'll lock them. Go to view. Let's see. Go to view in the menu bar. Um, Not the view. Okay. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay. Click on lock objects.
Let's see.
Okay. Trying to
So
move.
if I okay.
Yes, you can move back. You won't move again for the moment. There's something that's going on. I can see it, but I have to have my stuff on to show you, and we will do it later on. Okay, now
Okay.
navigate me through your way. Explain what I'm seeing.
Okay. So I wanted to do an evaluation of the different majors. So first I began by doing a review of the sum of the actual salaries by the groups so that we can get a good idea of which undergraduate groups make the most money, make the highest salaries. So here we have the mid-career median salary by group, where you have STEM leading on top with Haas, and then business is lower. But you'll notice that basically, as you go up, like the 10th percentile or the lower half of the earners stems higher. But on the 90th percentile, the Haas earners are actually earning 300,000 more than the STEM owners are, the STEM majors are. Which I found to be pretty interesting because you would think STEM would be higher, but actually this is the potentially highest one in business is on the lower end, even for the 90th percentile. I then wanted to do an analysis where I saw per each major which ones on average made the most, and going to the highest one, which is Haas, we see that basically on the higher end, journalism is actually one of the leading earners when it comes to on the higher end of the 90th percentile, which might be the reason why when you come over here, it's actually outperforming STEM with math and chemical engineering being on the higher end there. But as you can see, like even with chemical engineering, it's 400,000 per year. Whereas if you go back to journalism, oh, actually, I'm not quite sure actually, because it actually says that journalism's lower than that, but on the actual whole of the sum, there, which that probably means that there's actually, if I'm understanding the data right, that would mean that there's actually more um overall more money in Haas, which could actually mean that um
You see, do you see where you are having the discrepancy between the two graph, because you kept one into the millions and the other one into the thousands. So it's gonna be hard for you to match them one. So if you can change those into million to thousand, I think you see accurate result.
yeah.
Like, yeah. So try that one later on and see how, so that we compare them and see if we have we can verify them or validate them. Okay.
Yeah, I realize now that this is actually like I kind of just thought of this now, but this is actually probably higher than STEM, not because on average the STEM makes less per year, because as you can see here, chemical engineering actually makes 400,000 per year, but it actually might be because if you notice the amount of STEM majors, and then you notice the amount um of Haas majors, that the Haas actually has more majors in it, and overall combined, that makes more than the STEM.
Oh,
Whereas STEM
yeah.
itself has more individual earners, such as chemical engineering and math.
Okay. Makes sense now.
Um, and then this second page, I actually wanted to try to do an analysis where I tried to figure out which would be the best major to go into. So on my table here, I made a calculation where I have salary growth and salary range. Where salary growth is the mid-career median salary minus the starting salary divided by the starting median salary to try to get an idea of how much you can grow from start to finish, or mid-career, start to mid-career in this industry. And then the median salary is the salary range is the 90th percentile and 10th percentile to see like, okay, the lowest earners versus the highest earners, where could you potentially land in that range? Um, so I first did a graph where I wanted to see for each individual major, which one has the highest salary growth. So if you start off low, which one do you have the potential to get the most out of? Which math and philosophy came out the highest, where you can almost double your amount you can make from the beginning to the end. Um, and on the lower end, you had being a nurse or physician assistant being on the lower end, where even if you were to reach the maximum of your major, you wouldn't be able to make as much. And I tried to do it in a way where you can like quite easily see like which one, like I did it, try to do the descending order so you can see quickly like which ones are the highest, I call it return on investment, and which one's the lowest return on investment. And then you can sort it by a group as well. Um, Down here, I basically just kind of on this previous screen, we already had like the distribution, but that one was by undergraduate major. So I did one by group, so we can also have a good idea of what the median looks like for each individual group. Which once again we kind of see that STEM kind of comes out on top. But one interesting thing I saw is that despite over here, um, Haas and STEM were first and second. On this side, when you looked at it, it was actually STEM and business when it came to individually looking at the individual looking like at the averages of how much group each group actually makes, which in terms of a gut check makes sense because business is known to be like a more lucrative industry to go into, and the arts are not known as much to be as lucrative. So that actually makes sense, which corroborates the idea that it was more the sum of there being more people in those fields, which would raise the median's salary compared to the actual salary being made. Which when we go back here and look at it, the business majors are making similar to the chemical engineering majors in economics as well and marketing, which makes sense with what they're proposing. Now these two graphs were a little bit different. I actually wanted to kind of not almost make predictions on like which undergraduate majors would be the best. This is what I was talking about, the best to go into. So I made a risk versus reward and a growth versus volatility plot. The risk versus reward plot basically goes into showing, okay, so let's say you were to hit in your mid-career, hit the median salary, what are your risk of like basically falling out of that range? So like for example, I didn't explain that well, but basically like the mid-career median salary for economics is approximately 100,000, but with the salary range, you can basically go be on the higher end of that or extremely low because it has an extremely high salary range, which makes it kind of like almost high risk, high reward. If you lose, then you can be at a very low salary. If you win, you could be at a very high salary. Whereas more down here, where you have like, being a Spanish teacher, you basically have a median salary of 53,000, but you have a lot lower of a range. So even if you quote unquote lose, you're not going to lose by as much. So you have potential to basically like, you're more likely to make a better wage. And as you can see by group, the Has majors tend to be on the lower end of the salary spectrum while also having lower salary range differences. Whereas if you go to business, that one's a lot more spread out. On the other end, you can be like nursing, which, is kind of in that category of like, blue collar almost, where you're having a lower range, a lower salary. But then on this end, as we just saw, economics, where you have a lot higher of a a median salary, but also a lot higher of a salary range. So there's a lot more risks there. Now with this one, what I did was I wanted to try to categorize the potential for growth versus the risk or volatility of each major. So what I did was I took the median for the entire group. I took the median and made that into a vertical line. And then I took the median of the growth percentage and made that into a vertical line. And I took the median of the salary range and made that into a horizontal line. So I can make quadrants. And basically, the top right quadrant represents high risk, high reward. The bottom right represents lower risk, still high reward, some more like steady growth. This top left represents higher risk, lower reward, and this one represents more basically low risk, low salary, which you can see here, like Spanish is here, or over here you have nursing, being a physician assistant. So all of these would be lower wages while also not having the necessary growth you would look for. Whereas on this end, you have, as we saw before, economics, um, math actually was one where you can go into math and then you could potentially like get a very high earning career, or you could potentially like still hit a wall, but there is a lot of room for growth in math. So this graph basically tries to show you like what if you were to grow a lot in a major, how much can you grow and what are your salary expectations to grow? And it's subdivides it into quadrants so you can kind of categorize each one, where a lot of them fall in the middle here. Um, basically where the ones on the top right would still be more like high risk, high reward. Um, whereas the ones on the bottom left would be basically kind of stagnation or like, not quite gaining as, even if you were to make a lot of progress in your field, you wouldn't be making as much money.
Mm.
But yeah, so that's the work I did for that.
Thank you so much for the presentation.
Good stuff, Bradley. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes, this is awesome. Great job. I mean, I was sitting here thinking how were you able to make all these things, but this is brilliant. This is awesome.
You
Thank
all
you.
gonna, yeah, you all gonna come to this level, and I'm happy that it is leading by doing it, which is good, very good. And at work, the same thing that you're gonna do explanation. So, what I'm gonna ask uh Mr. DT to do for me is to summarize all the presentation, type it, summarize it, and send it to me so I can have it, and I may use it part of your resume also, because we will have another project. I'll see which one will look more appearance, more presentable, more convincing, more professional, and we will use it in the resume. Great job, great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, in analysis, in a data analysis, is how you do things. You go beyond what they ask you to show them that you understand the data and you can get more insight of that data for them. So for Mr. Joseph and Mr. Fabrice, I'm not going to ask you to go through it. I will ask you to go back, take this week. Don't put stress on yourself. Don't take it easily, step by step. If possible, you can reach out to each other. Sometimes it's good to reach out to each other and exchange and see how you can get more insight of the data set. Google it, find things, and come up with something, your own story about the data next week, Saturday. Otherwise, everyone is doing good in this class, and it make it easy for me, and that's the way I like to teach instead of thousands of words and no hands-on. Okay, it's 2 o'clock now. Is anyone want to present their own?
I'm still working on mine,
Okay,
so
yeah,
maybe
I'll let both of you have time to work on it
mhm,
during the
yeah.
week and come up with something. Go Google it. Go to YouTube and ask DT again to work if you ask any one of you. Teamwork is always the best sometimes. Okay. For the Python class, we are at the end. I think we have only one class this coming week on Thursday or Tuesday to finish the basic those introduction, um the uh, string, dictionary, date and time, uh, um, the input, the loop, all those things. Those are the basic that any in either you are in a developer, you are a developer, either you are data engineer, data scientist, data analyst, you are a programmer, you are um, what a game or anyone need those stuff. And after that, now you direct yourself path to the path you want to go to, other data engineer, data architect, all those things. So by next week, um, I think this coming week we have this thing ending, and now it will remain instead of I made it so you can have 3 hours a week to speed up stuff, and now we come back to the Saturdays, and because we needed to give time to Excel to finish, and we're gonna bring him back. So what I'm planning to do at this point is that I know some won't get the Python at this level, but with time you're gonna get it because you're gonna use it in data analytics, and we're gonna use it on the machine learning, we're gonna use it in the visualization, all those things. So practice, practice, practice. You may not get it 100%, but even if you get it 60% before you leave the class, or 50%, that's more than enough. The rest, some you'll be strong in one thing. Some will be very, very, very powerful in Excel, some very, very powerful in Power BI, some SQL, some both two or three, some Python. It depends. So don't be intimidated. That's why we always ask for teamwork. When you find out that the other one is better than you in this, teamwork with him, and when you are in tough time, you can call him and send him email to come into your rescue at work anyway. So by taking, uh, I know it was hard for all of you to finish from work and come to the line 8 o'clock to 9:30, 40, but we needed to do that to take away certain thing and now come to the normal size. So, with your permission, I would like to take one class of Tuesday, either the Tuesday or Thursday, out of your shoulder, and now bring it back. Uh, leave only one the weekdays. Um, Normally we don't need to leave even any, but we need to start the class. If we can start the class at 8 o'clock and close it 2, which is 6 hours, we don't need to go into the weekend because each of us will have 2 hours to complete all the curriculum and do the homework and work with the project with you. And I would like to ask if that will work for you.
I mean, that's fine with me. I
That
mean, the earlier we start, yes.
Okay,
that worked for me as well.
okay, thank you, Mr. DT.
This way with me. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's too much when it comes to. It seems like your whole week is tight with one class, which is no. You have done it. You have done a great job, and we cover most of the stuff. So maybe this week, I don't know if you will need the 2 days or one day, but next week we'll start by 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Uh, 2 hours, 2 hours, 6 hours, and the following week, the whole week you won't have any class again. And we will go through the Power BI, the design, the architect behind it, the the transformation, all those things, and you will guarantee you will master it. Like you see, uh, Mr. TG really show you. Everyone will be at that level before you meet the class, and that's one thing. And if someone want to have the certification, fine. If you don't want to have it, fine. Uh, we will have a final project for the whole class that I'll put in your resume. So be prepared, and I can tell you that you are all doing great. No one should think that is left behind. I have classes we finish, even people were having hard time to understand how to put Power BI stuff together. But you are doing excellent job, and I'm so happy and make it easy for us also. Okay. Think today class and here, and what